now in the following of the strings tutorial, we're going to see how we can replace something with another thing inside of the string. So for example, in the sentence 2, we want to replace BMW with Tesla, and let us see how that works, how that one works. So sentence 2 dot replace, and there we can use we want to replace BMW with Tesla, and then we can console log sentence 2, console.log sentence 2, save the code and see what happens. Here my car is BMW, so let me check the code. Okay, let us see this inside of the console.log. This one will probably work. Okay, there we go. My car is Tesla. So here, the only reason that it didn't work because a sentence 2 that replace BMW and Tesla will not change sentence 2, but it creates another sentence which you can write it inside, for example, sentence 4, and you can assign it to sentence 4, but it doesn't modify the sentence 2, so keep that in mind. And also there are times when we want to change the letters from upper letters to lowercase letters, or from the lowercase letters to uppercase letters. So if you want to change all of the letters of the first name to the uppercase, you can use to uppercase method. So here console.log first name dot to uppercase, and there we go. So parentheses and save the code. See what happens. As you can see, James is written with all capital letters. Also, you can do this for 2 small letters. So console.log and first name dot to lowercase here and parentheses. So let's save the code and refresh. James with all small letters. Okay, so nothing fancy about that. Imagine that we have 2 BMWs here. So BMW for no reason. So and the reason I'm writing this is that, for example, we want to know that if the second BMW will be replaced with Tesla when we use dot replace. And imagine we have a very long sentence, and then again we have BMW. So, for example, here I end the sentence for it to make sense, and I write BMW is a good car. Is a good car. So let me save the code, refresh the page. Okay, so my car is Tesla, BMW is a good car, so this doesn't make sense, right? It seems kind of strange. And so when you use replace, the problem is that it will only replace it with the first one. So what if we want to do it with all of the BMWs inside of the sentence? So in order to do that, we use replace all, and this method has begun since 2021 and it has been added to JavaScript. So also keep that in mind, that for the browsers that are related to times before that, it will not work. So replace all here. Okay, we have replace, and we use replace all to do this for us. Save the code and rerun the browser. And there we go. My car is Tesla, and Tesla is a good car. So that one works just the way we want it. And there we go. Okay, so imagine that we want to change numbers to strings. So we haven't talked about that. So imagine that let's x be equal to 5. And then we want to convert it to string. This is a number, not a string. So here, let me console log. And then I can write type of x, and in the next line console dot log type of, and here I can write the x dot to string to, we have it right here, to string. So let's save this and see with how they work. Refresh the browser. So the first one is a number, the second one is a string. And as a result, we've successfully managed to convert x to a string. And at first it was a number. So this is a useful method as well. Also, there are times when we want to know the characters inside of a string. So, for example, we have sentence tree, and we want to know all of the characters, or we want to know certain characters inside of these strings from the in terms of its position. So to do that, we use character add. So console dot log, and here we have sentence 3 dot char add. Then inside of the parentheses we can write the position of the character we're looking for. So for example, I'm looking for the first character, 0. Save and look for the character. So it's not showing anything because we have nothing. As you can see, it's just a space here. Something is printed out, but because we have a space at the beginning of the sentence tree, we can't see anything. So let us try sentence without any number. Save this. Refresh the page. As you can see, we have M. And M here is for my car is blue. M is the first letter. If I write 2, here we have space, so let me write 3. The 4th position and the number is 3. As you can see, it's C, just as we've expected. And that's it. So using this method, we can find the characters in terms of its position inside of the string. There's also another way to access characters inside of the string in terms of its position, and so let us write that. Console.log, and here sentence, and instead of writing character add, we can write it in the form of an array. So we want to know the position, the character in the position 3 of the sentence, and this must show us C as well. Save the code, refresh the page. As you can see, we have C as the result. Okay, so also there are times that, for example, we have a lot of names inside of the string and we have commas between them, or we have a lot of columns, or we have a lot of sentences that are separated with dots at the end of them. So we want to separate all of them using by by using one of the commonly used characters. So for example, that commonly used character could be comma, dot, backslash, dash, or even it could be a letter. So console.log again, and let me also define a suitable string. Let string, and okay, let me write list of students, and here inside of the string I can write names of 70 students: James, John, Alice, and Thomas, Sarah, Martin, and so on. We can write so many other names as well. So console.log list of students, and here I can write, I can use split. This method will split this string, and it will split it using the comma. And this should return an array containing all of the names separated from each other. And so there should be a problem here. Let's see. No quick fixes. Okay, this one might be needed to be inside of the double quotes. So save the code and refresh the page. As you can see, we have an array containing all of the names, and the array is like this: James, John, Alice, Thomas, Sarah, and Martin. So here we have an array instead of the string. So using this method, we will convert the string to an array. So that's it for the methods of the strings and the strings generally. So here we've learned a lot of useful methods, and each of them might be used somewhere inside of your codes. So you don't have to remember and memorize all of the methods, but keep that in mind that it is possible to do all of these operations on the strings, so that later you will look for the method and find it.